Here's what's happening for the week of March 5th. Let's get into it.
Lightning strikes by my window, hits my chest right in the morning, like a warning. Could have slept here for days. I felt your heartbeat, felt your mouth breathe, but it's not real. We were close to see the sun, but clouds got in our way, and
Hi guys, it's Michelle Patterson here with Angel Souls, and this is the weekly Angel Oracle card reading and auto write for the week beginning March 5th, 2018. We're just going to dive right into the auto write and then get on to the cards. Here's the thing. Very big energy about not focusing on things outside of ourselves. That's a simplistic way of putting it. I know we've talked about stuff like that before, but this is starting to feel a little more serious. Okay. So one of the things that they were talking about here, and I'll read through this, but some of the messages that were coming through is that people are so afraid of the outcome of something. Everybody wants to know, what's my future? What's my future? Okay. Now, having predictive kinds of things happen in your life, astrology is a great art for that. So is spiritual, intuitive people who are tapping into sort of like an astral realm or dipping into... if we want to see like different dimensions to see kind of what an outcome could be. Those kinds of things can be very helpful in some situations. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't know how to take those readings, and they want to come back on the astrologer, for example, and say, that didn't happen the way you said it would. Well, people who do that often forget that they have free will, and they let themselves get into a place of disempowerment. Okay, so what effectively is happening with an astrological reading, for example, is that person's letting you what energies that you're going to be working with, okay? A psychic is letting you know, taking a timestamp of where you are right then and there and what the potential trajectory is from that point. Everything else is up to you. Angel readings are different, okay? They're completely different. They're more about soul level work, bringing you into your inner world so that you can create from letting source, flow through you. So an angelic reading should, I know there are a lot of angel readers out there that do different things, but it really should be about working on the person to help you open so that when you are creating, you're creating from the purest place you possibly can. On occasion, things will come up that do seem slightly predictive, but it's not to take away that person's karma or whatever. It's to help them see, okay, this is where you're heading. Sometimes people need like a big wake-up call, okay? And I think that's what the angels do from time to time. So in the auto write, they were bringing some of that forward. I wasn't able to get all of it written because it was like layers of things being said. So I'm delivering just sort of verbally part of what that message was. This is a week that is very potentially beautiful, okay? Beautiful. But I feel like people will tune into something like this, like a weekly reading, just to see, oh my gosh, what am I up against? What am I up against? And if they don't get the appropriate answer, they go storming away. Those people are in trouble. I highly encourage you not to be one of those people, okay? Please listen to what's happening here. So it could be a very beautiful week if you detach from all these outside things. I know, I'm right there with you. Like for me, it's been all about career and love and trying to improve my health, like all areas of my life. Like I am trying to live my highest potential, which you guys will remember, that's Archangel Samuel territory. Well, all the archangels can help you with that, of course, but Archangel Samuel really is known for helping in that area. So they're saying, okay, you guys are coming too much from the mental space to try to create everything. You're worrying too much. You're getting this idea in some of your thought processes that it has to be this way. You know, we talk about don't get attached to outcome, right? So too many of us are focused on doing life right, okay? And we've disconnected from source. So it's going to be a deep week full of beauty if you're willing to do the work. Unfortunately, most people won't, okay? Most people won't. They're like, no, just tell me what the outcome is. Oh my gosh, this was so, watch the comments, as I say every week, watch the comments. This wasn't helpful. The actual reading starts at blah, blah, blah. Don't be one of those people, okay? Those people, I'm not even going to go there. We're not even going to put energy on that. They're heading down a different road. That's, they're going to have to learn the hard way. So let's get into the auto right part of it. So here we are. Bring your time inward. There you go. There's the first line. Come from this space of creating. So the inner world of creating, not even coming in with the intention of, okay, I'm going to do it right. I'm going to come in. I'm going to connect with source again so that I can have that car that I want. I'm going to do this so that I can have $1 million. That's not going to work. Okay. This is more about connecting into that inner world, that true soul self, to see what it is that really, what direction do you really need to go in? What area of your life do you need to flow some more love into, right? So as you go through this, and this is not something that happens overnight, you might spark this in this coming week, but you should let this go on for months, a minimum of 21 days. And I've heard some people, the way they've interpreted that message, and these are authors from a long time ago, they said give it 40 days, okay? So let it start this coming week. We have this potential here to step into our new DNA. We are not the same creatures we were just a few years ago, okay? We are going to be operating differently. We need different things, all right? So I could go so into this, but I think that'll do for now. All right. Think not on the outward troubles of manifestation from the mind or of the signs of prosperity, love, and health. So we're constantly, we'll kind of tune in. We're doing all the spiritual work, but it's to have some outcome. We've said that before. And when we're focusing on, is it working? Is it working? We're kind of, and this came up in a few personal readings as well. It's almost like we're looking for validation that we're doing things correctly. And part of that comes from that human disempowerment that's kind of reflected with the structures that are in place, that we are less than, and that we have to look towards something else and learn from that so that we become just good enough. Not even excelling, not even shining, but just good enough, okay? So it's going to be a long road, guys, of these kinds of messages, because I don't know what's going to land just with this week. Again, people might get upset. They might storm away. What can I do? I'm just the messenger here, right? So I hope it lands. I hope you guys get it. So don't be focused on, okay, I did this. Do I have prosperity yet? Okay, I did this. Where's my love partner? I hear that all the time in personal readings. And I get it. Trust me. I've been single a long time too. I totally feel you on all human fronts. But the message here is to stop worrying about that so much, okay? Because in order to bring, for example, love into your life, when you go and do that inner work, you might see that, oh, I need to work on these trust issues first. Or, oh, I need to, and it might not even be a vision of something. It might not be a concrete answer. It might be a feeling. It might be a frequency that you suddenly find yourself in. You come out of meditation, then you're going on about your life, and then there are just all these situations that start playing out, and you're like, oh my gosh, okay, got it. Got it. Can you please? Okay, thanks. And then you can start the process of maybe opening your heart to love. Okay. And give the universe some room to help you, right? Don't clamp down and try to control it. All right, let's go in here. So don't focus on the manifestations of the mind or of the signs of prosperity, love, and health. For in this focus, you forget your connection to source. This most important focus will tear down your outer world if you are remiss. Okay, so if you don't heed this little, if you want to call it a warning, you're going to keep suffering. You're going to keep struggling. All right. forget the outcomes. Forget the outcomes. Ask not again of what the future will be, as it keeps you in a spinning continuum. And I couldn't actually write out the word continuum. It just started like kind of like flowing off the page. And not where you need to be. So let me read that again. Ask not of what the future will be, as it keeps you in a spinning continuum and not where you need to be. So not in a good one, okay? You're just spinning around, right? You're not moving forward. All outcomes, well, it's not even about moving forward. It's about harmonizing and opening your energy up so that you can vibrate in this frequency and every other frequency that you exist in, whether that's in someone's heart, in their mind, or in another dimension, okay? Okay. We'll get there. All outcomes are contingent upon your wants, your beliefs about yourselves. It is in your control, but don't be controlling, okay? The desperation and fear is distracting you. Create that which you ask by focusing on connection to spirit. Do not demand. Do not freeze in terror that you have missed your path or that you may never be who you want to be. It is all here already. At this time, we ask that you disconnect from externals. Find your heart. Find your heart. They said it twice. With all love, end. So if we're throwing, you've heard me say this before, if we're throwing all this energy outside of ourselves, you know, there's not, the shop is closed. Who's manning the shop, you know? And that's where you need to be. That's where you need to exist. All right. So let me reiterate. This isn't about you going within to do the work so that I can get my outcome. No. Go within for the joy and beauty of connecting to source and let everything else fall into place. Okay. Having said that, let's get into the cards. All right, guys. So for the cards this week, I actually want to work with the Crystal Oracle by Rochelle Sharman, pulling one color card from the Inna Segal deck, but we're going to do most of the reading from the crystal deck. I'm pulled to do that, so we're going to just trust that. So if you would like to get a personal reading, okay, go to my website, angelsouls444.com, the services page. These are the kind of readings that do help you with your spiritual growth. We'll look at your particular situation, things that maybe you're overlooking, some things to consider. If you have questions like, what will be the outcome of my court case? What will be the outcome with this inheritance? What will be the I mean, you could come and ask that and we'll answer you, but you better be ready for a deeper explanation about why you're asking that. That's why I keep saying we go deep with these. So I don't know, I guess it's funny to me in this work how often people still want very predictive readings. They want the angels to tell them, just give me the answer. Just tell me what's happening. And they're not going to do that, okay? They're going to help you find your true self, your potential, just what you're made of, okay? They're going to help you understand that on the deepest level. All right, so if you want to get a personal reading with me, like I said, angelsouls444.com, the services page. If you do go to my website, please sign up for my newsletter. I will try to write something every once in a while, maybe a little bit more of a message, okay? If something comes up like in the middle of the week, I'll sit down, I'll write it out, and I will send it out. Some people thought that I sent one out last week, and a lot of people who were on the list thought that that was spam, and that, no, it's me sending it out, and I'm actually putting something in there, okay? And I am letting you know about my courses. So let's go into courses. I have a lot of them up over at Gumroad, okay? Some people seem to be really intimidated by the Gumroad platform. I don't know why. Vimeo, when I was on Vimeo, I had nothing but problems. People were coming back to me and saying, I can't download it. And Vimeo wasn't, you know, the customer service wasn't helping. So Gumroad is slightly better. It's very easy. You just go to my page. It's Angel Souls. You slide down, just scroll down. I think maybe on a phone, maybe you have to scroll up. But play with it, you know, with your whatever device you're using, and you have to click on the little arrow in the upper left-hand corner. That takes you to the course. You can download it. It's all good. All right. Anything that you purchase from me, yeah, we're going to get into it here. Anything you purchase from me, digital content, you have to download it and save it to your computer. I didn't know people were doing this with the personal readings. They were just trying to access it through their email. Those links are not live indefinitely. Okay, that would cost me quite a bit of money to try to store everybody's digital content. So you got to download it to your computer. Okay, so Patreon, that is the new fan funding. YouTube used to have fan funding. I know a lot, I'm addressing this now because people have brought it up. There's a lot of stuff that's come up in the past week. So forgive this long little intro here. Please don't skip over it, because if you do, you're going to be that person who's like, how do I get a reading? You know, I mean, it's because they get impatient. They skip over this. But anyway, so Patreon came about because YouTube used to have this fan funding thing, and people have been asking, like, where is that? Because they wanted to, you know, chuck a buck or two at my channel, and thank you. That's always very, very helpful, because revenues are down a lot. But YouTube did away with that. I think that was a few years ago, and so that's not in place anymore. And now we have Patreon. So if you want to support me, go on over to Patreon. It's Angel Souls over there. I always leave all that information down below. I have also been including links to the decks that I use, so check that out. Someone's going to ask me about this here bracelet. It's a Quantum Quattro bracelet. I will also leave a link down below as to where I got this, what shop I got it from. That's it. Let's get going. All right. So I know you might be like, Michelle, oh my God, all you do is talk. Honestly, God, if that's really how you feel, this might not be the channel for you, if I may, because there are things that come up that I have to address, and this is my prime time to do that. So let's look. Oh, there's a card. Okay, for March 5th. Let me grab it up here. Rites of Passage. Oh my gosh. So I'm just going to pause here. It's Coop Right. Okay, Rites of Passage. So we have come through the lessons. This really ties into that whole, like, let's bring it back inside now, right? Where people need to sort of unplug from the old way of thinking, get out of those thought forms, you know, the old definition. We talk about this all the time, but you have to really give it some time this week. It's a rite of passage. You've come through the lessons. Come on out the other side. This almost feels as if it has the, how do I say this? It has the energy of, like, someone has worked so hard, let's say, to get their degree or whatever, worked so hard, and they won't go up on stage and grab their diploma. Right? They're too scared because they're so used to having to work, and they might even be standing there going, no, I have to get back to class. No, you graduated. Okay, go get your certificate. Okay, go and claim it now. So that's what I think that card is talking about. It also has this very, like, radiating kind of energy. You know what I mean? So it's time to shine, but not in an egotistical way. You see it all the time with people's verbal responses to things. Like, you know, it's like they are... how do I want to say this? It's like they're talking a little BS. Does that make sense? Like they're faking it till they make it, right? So they're like, I am a worthy person. And I love that you're doing that. I love that you're taking that step. But remember, it's just right here. It's just words a lot of times for a lot of people. If you're going to work on worthiness, and I'll have more work coming out to help all of us to take those steps. But you have to let it resonate in here. And it's not even, I mean, if words are where you need to begin, by all means do it. But make sure that you're going deeper into meditation and you're connecting into that soul self. You're connecting in to that heart lotus, okay? Letting it breathe open, letting it light up, all right? You might have a hard time getting there, and that's okay, you know? Or maybe you go into meditation and something painful comes up and you start to feel it. That's where you call in your team. These angelic beings that are out there, they're here to watch over us, to guide us, okay? So, and they're not here to hold our hands. They're not here to give us all the answers. They're not here to live for us. That was our lucky little win, okay? To be able to come on into a human body and experience all these things, all right? So try not to flow into a frequency of, I want out of this situation, or I want, I'm so sick of this. Embrace it. Embrace it. All right? Because, again, you're very, very lucky to even be on this earth. All right. So, not going to lie, it's a little bit of a feisty, not that angels are feisty, but they're being very, very forthright. All right. I love this. Okay. Let's see what else we have. All right, we have Hiddenite Gratitude. Oh my gosh, talk about getting attached into your heart space. I mean, this is everything. You chanting gratitude, appreciation, love, peace. You know, those are all very, very popular words for people to hook into when they are opening up their heart lotus, if that's how you want to see it, or the heart chakra. And again, we have Archangel Samuel in here, and then we have Archangel Raphael who help with that. But for you, maybe personally, maybe you need to work on your emotional body before you can experience gratitude. You can work with Gabriel. Okay, Gabriel can help you with, you know, again, depends on who you talk to. But I associate Gabriel with the sacral chakra, creativity, and also with the throat chakra. For me, it's Michael and Gabriel kind of in this area. It doesn't really, don't worry about it. Because people are pulling all that information from various either philosophical or religious standpoints. And then you meet in the middle here and you're like, well, no, I say it's this. I say it's this. Don't worry about it, okay? It's not that big a deal. But you can work with Gabriel if you're comfortable. And Gabriel can help you not only ignite the creativity in your life and help you understand who you really are and feel nurtured enough to go there, to go deep, okay? So that you can really see what you're made of, kind of thing. But to also help you envision a future. Now remember, we don't want to live in the future. Remember how I said nobody's mind in the store when you're living in the future? And I have to work on that myself. Guys, day in and day out, I wake up and I'm like, what's my schedule? What's my schedule? I got to film. I got to edit. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to do readings. I have to do bookkeeping. I got to get my taxes in. I got to do this, blah, 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 blah. I got to go answer some messages on Facebook. I have to get back into that group and make sure everybody's okay and blah, 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 blah. Right? I do that. I admit it. I'm confessing to you now. And then what ends up happening is, you know, I get exhausted and I burn out. That doesn't happen that much anymore. I used to do that, I should say. But you know, I'm human too. So this is more of a lesson of not using your own energy to do things. But again, take a minute, clear out. Allow yourself to be a clear conduit for source energy. Okay, something when you know you're on your path is when you're in work and you feel energized and alive when you're done. If you feel resentful, angry, grumpy, exhausted, okay, you expended too much of your own energy and you didn't allow source to flow through you. You're working against source, okay? But again, tuning in for yourself, or if you want some help tuning in, that's where those personal readings come in. But either way, you can look at where the blocks are that keeps things from sort of flowing, keeping that divine source energy from flowing. So if you can get into that place, gratitude, really feeling gratitude for everything that you already have, okay? There's always going to be something, right? That's part of the human experience. So why not love when something beautiful happens? I have a pair of house finches, little birds, that are now hanging out on my balcony all the time, and they're sniffing around the little nest that's out there, and they sing every morning. They're just chirping away out there. And even though I wake up and I have a lot of work to do and stinking taxes, just kidding. They're done. They're finally done as of last night, thank God. But even when all that stuff was going down, you know, here are these little birds out there, and it was a moment of beauty. And I want to, you know, the word beauty was really pulsing quite a bit this morning for me as well. And I don't mean like pretty. I don't mean like, you know, be good looking or whatever, but true moments of beauty that do help you connect into that gratitude. That moment where you just have to stop and nothing else matters because something is just so overwhelmingly beautiful. Okay? You don't have to go looking for it. You just have to be open to it and it'll come to you. Okay? All right, the next card we have, Orpiment Success. Oh my gosh, that means I'm going to get that job. Oh my gosh, that means I'm going to, you know, negotiate a good deal on that car. Oh my gosh, I'm going to get my house. Go back to the beginning of the video, okay? Those things aren't bad. Those things aren't bad, but this is a different kind of success that we're talking about here, okay? I'm just being very tongue-in-cheek right now. But yeah, there's a lot of success, and success comes from your connection. That's about as plainly as I can put it. Boom. Okay. All right, so the final card before we get on to the color card. Ooh, Lapis lazuli, past life. Now, some of you, this might be the case, this whole past life thing. And you could do a past life regression because a lot of blocks can be cleared by going back and working through some of those issues. For me, though, I think, just as your interpreter today, the lapis lazuli, this is all about that third eye. Seeing the world from your soul self perspective. Right? So if you take a situation, just as an example, and you're looking at it from third dimensional ego consciousness, human eyes, and you're going to be like, rah, 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 that stinks. If you come into that third eye, right through here, okay, in the center of your brain, you're coming in from that perspective and you look around and you might find suddenly like, oh, this is easy. It's not, you're not doing it so that it is easy, but you're coming from a higher perspective. You see that the energy that needs to be put into it probably isn't that much. And actually, you might even have some intuition and some insight that if you do back off, and stop controlling it, some really amazing things could start coming in that you never considered, right? That's called giving the universe a little bit of space to help you. All right? So where are the color cards? Over here. Over here. Oh, let's clear these out. It's looking gorgeous out here today. Sorry to brag, because I think, East Coast, I didn't read the story before I started recording, but I think you guys are getting a pretty bad storm on the East Coast of the United States. And I guess you guys had some weather in Ireland as well. Hi guys, wherever you are in the world, leave a comment down below and say hi from wherever you are in the world. And starting next week, if you leave the comment, I'll pick one person to give a shout out to in the video. But you got to comment. You got to let me know that you're there. Okay. So yeah, if you're experiencing harsh weather, my love to you. You'll be all right. You'll be okay. Just remember to listen to your instincts. Okay. All right. Ooh, they're like, you're going to pick this one right here. It fell right out of the deck. Ooh, we don't get this one very often. It's brilliance. Discover your sparkle. The number is 26. Again, I'm not a numerologist. I just put that out there in case you are. Maybe 26 means something to you. Look at that card, you guys. Discover your sparkle. Where is the sparkle? It's not out there. It's not in your accomplishments. It's not in what you have. It's not in how you present to the world. It's not even in your charitable acts. Not really. I mean, that's nice. That's kind of like unicorn sparkle in like a kid's art project compared to the brilliant light of your soul. Okay? So this is, the whole thing just wraps up so nicely, even with the last card. Go within, right? Find your soul. I know these are like spiritual tropes. I get it. But they have to kind of be there because that's kind of what's going on. All right? So if you turn your focus inward, I think you're going to be okay. Of course, you have a support system here with Angel Souls. You can leave comments on the YouTube channel. You can go over to my Facebook page. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Snapchat. Where are you? Like, I put, maybe some information to Snapchat so you guys can get on there. Maybe I'll start using that a little bit more as well. So, potential for an amazing week. Don't get egotistical about it. Oh, I was so good this week because I meditated with my lapis lazuli. Good for you. But, what is that spiritual experience for you? Okay, so it's going to be very, very personal for every person. Embrace it. It's going to be beautiful. All right, guys. So we'll leave it there. I'm sending you so much love and take care.